What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Madcrownxox Anime. I'm here to give you some news, actually. As we all know, Yuki Yuna is a hero. It's probably my most favorite magical girl anime, but it's also my most favorite and one of my most favorite anime of the season because it's very good. I really do enjoy how they stepped up their game from previous season, despite how good it was. But now, thanks to an article on my anime news network, it kind of starts some controversy with some people who are disagreeing and agreeing with the article. But then again, it doesn't say what people think it says. The problem here is that people don't try to read things. And before I get further than that, let's actually read what the article says. The article clearly states how Yuki Yuna is a hero challenges Madoka Magica's legacy. Okay, it's very interesting. Sacrifice is a concept that appears frequently in storytelling. Heroes sacrifice themselves to save the day. Villains try to sacrifice others to achieve their own ends. Even everyday people sacrifice their time and efforts to achieve their dreams. One anime series this season nobly embraces sacrifice as a core concept. The second season of Yuki Yuna is a Hero continues with the sacrificial magical girls angle that the previous season related to it as a twist part way through. But Yuki Yuna is not the first magical girl series to do this, however. A spin-off from the genre formula through a cinematic execution of its adorable heroines. Pretty much everyone these days knows who paved the way for sacrifice in magical girls, and as you know, that is Magica Madoka. Or Madoka Magica. I can't remember. Yeah, Madoka Magica was probably most people believe to be the first anime to make the dark theme to magical girls, but in my opinion, it really isn't. I believe there were other magical girl animes way before this one to actually do it. But yes, there has been others that have been doing it, but this is the most iconic one. Studio Shaft did Magica Madoka, and this is the one that everyone remembers, mostly. Because how the girls sacrifice themselves in order to please the plans of the Incubator. But in my opinion, it doesn't make any sense. Well, it does, but it's too confusing. It's too much for a plot to happen to the point that it makes it very uninteresting. Much as I do love lore out of anime, if it's too much, it's too much. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's. It was good at lore at first through 1, 2, and that was it. But then afterwards, it kept being more and more and more, to the point that you lost interest in it because it's too much. You can't connect the dots no more. So like, what am I doing? Anyways, Madoka Magica, in my opinion, I believe is my third favorite magical girls series. I'm thinking that I should actually do my own top 5 magical girls series. Actually, that would be very interesting. I should do that because I do like this genre a lot. But yeah, Magica Madoka, especially after episode 3, when one of my favorite characters, as usual, dies, we start to see a dark tone through the episode of sacrifice and punishment and consequences of actions. These girls decided to make a deal with the Incubator in order to become magical girls, in order to save somebody or themselves. And in order to become this, they slowly start to lose themselves and also become witches, so some other magical girl will come and kill them. This concept has been done according to Madoka Magica's history throughout time, from Joan of Arc to Queen of the Nile, Cleopatra, yeah, that's her name, and many other iconic female characters in history. But I did like how they put that touch. So pretty much the Incubators go around and making the magical girls do the work for them, gathering out enough energy to keep the universe stable. So in a way, it's a way to help the universe stay still. Okay, that is very understandable, being it messed up. But then again, these girls had a choice in order to become magical girls. They had a choice to put themselves through that terrible, terrible situation, but they did anyway. Next is also with Yuki Yuna. Yuki Yuna in the Hero Club, before that, even 300 years ago from the very first novel, prequel, they did not have a choice. They were automatically chosen through their standards and their attributes to see if they were worthy enough to become magical girls, aka heroes. But the hidden meaning behind hero and Yuki Yuna is actually sacrifice. These girls literally sacrifice themselves without choice. They have to go into battle or else their world is destroyed and erased from existence. Every time they go into battle, they'll die, lose parts, bodies, functions, or even part of their sanity, have to go through this on a day, especially that they're actually technically younger than people from Madoka Magica. Technically, they're actually in middle school, actually started in elementary school, then going to middle school. They were magical girls. And usually you don't see elementary kids fighting off very godly creatures and losing limbs and stuff like that. You don't see that, and you shouldn't want to see that, but however they do. Yuki Yuna, throughout his latest episodes, shows the sacrifices and the consequences of their actions as well. Especially the current episode with our main character, Yuki Yuna herself, is going through. As we all know, she went to go save Toga, but actually it went beyond that to the point that she is now suffering. Her body feels like it's slowly dying, and energy is being given away to Shinju-sama in order to protect the world from being erased. So, yes, this is the reason why I love this concept more, because it actually focuses on more in each and every girl on Yuki Yuna than it does Madoka Magica. So yes, the sacrificing thing is very big in both series, but the question is, who does it better? And in my opinion, I know I'm sounding like I'm being biased here, but just thinking about it, I did see Madoka Magica first. I did like it first when I first saw it. I saw Yuki Yuna second, and when I watched them both again in English, I decided to make my point, where I decided to choose which one I liked the most, and I liked it Yuki Yuna more. The characters were more relatable and more interesting. It wasn't full out, hello darkness, my old friend, every single time. These girls also had a happy life. Despite the sacrifice they're going through, they try to make the most of what they're going through, because they didn't have a choice. They knew they were in this, so they might as well do it together despite the consequences. Where Madoka Magica, it kept being the same thing over and over again. Now, people who read this article took it the wrong way. Like most things on the internet, they always take things the wrong way. They take everything straight out of context. And they believe that they're saying how it was better. They're not saying it was better. They're saying how it challenged its legacy. Every time something great happens in the world, there's always going to be something behind it called a legacy. It leaves down a legend that others will follow and cross its path. Some will make that legacy their own by making their own legend, and so on and so forth, while others will just look like a fake imitation and will be quickly forgotten or remembered, but in the wrong way. That's what many people forget about this article. They are not listening to what the writer is saying. He's not saying that Yuki Yuna is better than Madoka Magica, because that's just an opinion. It's saying that it's challenging its legacy, which is true through what is going on right now within the show. And that's why a lot of people just learn to read, learn to sit there and understand. A lot of people keep saying, oh, how can this fake imitation? First of all, it's not a fake imitation. It's like the will. People create their own wills, and they reinvent the will, or they add on their own touch to it. They're not copying it, they're just making it their own. So it's not a copy, people. Learn the difference. Now, if you try to make an exact image of it and do it and say it's your own, then that's when it's copying. But Yuki Yuna is not a copy, because it does concept in a different kind of way. It does sacrifice in a more down-to-earth kind of thing. The characters feel more three-dimensional. I couldn't get into the characters all the way with Madoka Magica because it was 24/7. You were in a nightmare over and over again. Where Yuki Yuna, this is just their reality. Hey, we were chosen to have a job. We gotta defend our people. Even if we're losing our limbs, no matter how sad we are, we gotta find our happy ending in this, despite the fact, while protecting the people. So yeah, they're kind of being greedy, but in the end, that's just them. So that's all I have for this video. The lesson of this video is to learn to read, people. Try to read something. When you read something or when you watch something, try to understand it and don't take it out of context. Don't take it the wrong way. Try to understand what the writer or person on the TV is saying. And if you do understand them and you still don't like it, then by all means, go all out. But other than that, yes, a lot of people took this article and got really mad at it. If you want to see this article yourself, it will be in the links in the description below. And tell me what you guys like to think about it, because I know some people here who are on this channel really love Yuki Yuna as much as I do. So yeah, I would love to talk about this. And if you want to talk to us more, try mention me on my Facebook as well. I would be there and I would definitely answer you guys and anything like that. And who knows, I probably have some questions for you, because despite how much I love the series, I believe there's not enough I know about it in order to call myself a true elitist fan. So anyways, that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll be much obliged. This is Madcrownxox Anime, signing out.